What's up, guys? Frugal BC. Today we are reacting to a video showing that Algorand is about to have a huge price spike. Do you think that's going to happen? I don't know. Let's see. We'll find out. We're going to watch this video. I watched a little bit of it, so I have a rough idea of what he's going to say. We're going to kind of look at our own data too and see if that lines up. But I think it's always fun to look at these videos and kind of judge them and see like what we think about it. So to start off with, now I'm a pretty big fan of AJ. We're good friends. We talk online every once in a while. He's had me on his show. He has an open invitation to come on my show, by the way, anytime. Yeah, we're going to look at his price prediction today. So this is the short-term price prediction. I want to be clear. AJ does a lot of trading. I don't do a ton of trading, but I am interested in this stuff. So we'll take a look at that. Before we do that, guys, if you wouldn't mind hitting that like and subscribe button, remember, you don't have to smash it. You can just press it ever so gently. Works just fine that way too. We just bring you the truth in crypto. We look at things objectively, and I do a lot of content about Algorand, but I also give you the good and the bad and everything in between, because I don't really sugarcoat anything. Nothing drove me nuts as a creator or as a crypto enthusiast more than watching these videos and people would tell you everything's awesome, and then there's like 10 things they didn't tell you about. So when we do a tiny man experiment or a DeFi experiment, we do give you the honest truth about it. Tell you all the good parts, the bad parts, things you got to watch out for, all that kind of stuff. I also want to give a big shout out to our sponsor, Non-Fungible Domains. These guys are doing great stuff. They make it so much easier to use Algorand. I was just using Gunny Rush the other day, and I was able to just punch in my frugalbc.algo address, and I'm able to play. So that's cool. Makes it a lot easier than remembering all those complicated letters and numbers. You can get your own address today, your own domain today, in the description below, Non-Fungible Domains. And thanks so much for sponsoring the show. And we've got channel memberships. They're only $1, guys. Only $1. You can get videos before anyone else. Thanks so much to everyone who's subscribed and everyone who's joined the channel memberships. I really appreciate you guys. You're watching this before anyone else, so very cool. Anyway, let's get to this video. And the part on Algorand's pretty short, so it won't take us very long to get through. But we'll watch like kind of the beginning intro, and then we'll skip ahead to, I found where the Algorand party kind of gets it to at the end. Okay, so here's AJ. And I had a very good experience on his show. I want to point out he's a good dude. And he's just got a different situation than me. So he's doing like some really cool stuff, and it's pretty exciting to watch.
What's up, everyone? My name's AJ Writes Crypto. This is a segment I like to call 5 charts in 5 minutes. I understand you don't have time to look at all the charts all day long. I'm doing the work for you, and I want to show you 5 buyer setups that you can consider. You can set these alarms so you can react to the market without having to do all the homework yourself. I try to keep these below 5 minutes, but it's really hard to do, but I'm going to try. So here we go.
It actually ends up going a little bit longer than that, but that's okay. So he's going to talk about, Fetch, Onda, and some other ones. He's going to talk about Bitcoin a little bit. I'm just kind of curious what he says about it.
The wrong way. Going to look at Bitcoin. Quick idea. 5-day chart. We got a cup. We got a hand, almost a handle. Cup and almost handle. Say this thing works out on Bitcoin. All right. Say if Bitcoin gets above $70,200. All right. We have the cup of all cups. We're talking a 50,000 gallon cup. All right. But let's say, where does this measured move take us on Bitcoin? From the price we are at now to the top, that'd be $126,000 per Bitcoin, 123% move from.
By the way, I definitely would not mind that. I think that's kind of my price target around Bitcoin too. I'm thinking we're going to hit over 100,000 this cycle. So that's definitely what I'll be watching for. Based on its past price action and the way Bitcoin has gone, that's generally been what I've been expecting for Bitcoin. Although we were supposed to hit 100K last time, didn't quite work out because things can happen. That's the thing with when you're making predictions based on chart reading. Like, you never really know for sure, because this assumes kind of a normal environment. But if things go kind of strange, which is what happened last time. I think we had some manipulation on the top. We have bigger, and also I think we're not gonna see like these super dramatic swings. They'll still seem dramatic because it's a pretty high price dollar, but that's only a little more than a 2x from here. So it's not that huge of a swing. I think that's going to be more common for Bitcoin. The multipliers are going to be much smaller, but the swings will still be pretty big just because it's a big dollar amount.
Its current price. Let's investigate a little bit here on the 2-hour just to kind of see what we're dealing with. Bitcoin has had it, drew a line in the sand. It is coming back up. It found some life, and I really like where Bitcoin held up. We don't want to see this just be another move up, because keep in mind this yellow line here, this is the downtrend that has been forming on Bitcoin for a while.
By the way, this is all about a day old, just to be fair, because this was 19 hours ago as I'm recording it, which means you're probably, if you're watching it at the very beginning, it's probably 24 hours old. So by the time you're watching it, it might actually be even older than that. So just something to keep in mind for timing, to be fair.
We don't want to see it just come up like it did here and then give all the gains back. We want to see this thing draw a line in the sand, get above support resistance. It's literally right at support resistance, another $100. If Bitcoin gets above 57, we can make an argument that it could break out of this downtrend. Make sure you have a close eye on Bitcoin. And also, like always, set an emergency alarm in case Bitcoin loses 53.6. That's an obvious short there.
I have actually have a buy order in at 50K, which I set the last time it started dropping. I didn't hit this. I kind of set it after it hit this 50 earlier, but
as well. Final chart for today is no other than the 3-day chart on Algorand.
Here we go, guys. Here we go. Algorand. This is what we've been waiting for.
And Algorand, you guys know how much I love this project, but it has been in the doldrums. But guess what? Algorand is below a key level. And Algorand on the 3-day looks really good. Anchor wave, trigger wave on Market Cypher. Just printed a green dot on the 3-day chart. And look at this volume profile. See how it kind of gaps in and comes back here? The volume profile really wakes up around, 18, 19 cents. Just off volume alone, say it goes to that next level. That's a 50% move up. Algorand goes back to 19 cents from where it is right now. That's a 50% move, ladies and gentlemen. That is,
which would be nice. That would put it at, what are we at, about 12 cents? So it'd be like 18 cents around there somewhere, 18, 19 cents.
Is absolutely insane. Not only that, the key to Algorand, as mentioned before, is at 16 cents. This previous support resistance level from back here. It actually goes further back in the chart. We even bounce off of it here. You get my point. We got rejected from it here. 16 cents is the key to Algorand. When Algorand broke from 16 cents right here, look, 59% in 21 days. When it bounced off 16 cents, came back up, 2024 high, 108% in 45 days. What I'm saying here is that we have a bullish setup on the 3-day at 12 cents, approaching 16 cents. And you long to 16 cents. Yes, you could. And from here, 16 cents is still a 24% move up the hill. But the real magic for Algorand happens, just like it did last time, when it breaks 16 cents. I really think that there is a lot of upside for Algorand, as we kind of get into Q4 of this year. I'm not saying this is going to happen overnight, but I think it's going to happen someday soon.
So I think that's very interesting, because I think, generally speaking, aren't we going to see, for most cryptos in Q4, aren't they going to start kind of popping off a little bit? That's my understanding. My understanding generally of the cycle is that right around toward the end of Q4 is where we're going to see what most coins go up, as the bull run will just generally be going up around that time. So I'm not sure that that's really a surprising prediction, but let's look at the Algorand charts ourselves for a second here. So this is the 4-hour chart for Algorand based on the 4-day, and we're sitting around 12. We actually were up almost a little bit higher, close to 13 cents. Now, here's the indicators I like to look at when I do chart reading, which, as you guys know from watching the channel, I'm not the biggest fan of technical analysis, because I think I rarely see it work out. I see a lot of people talk about technical analysis, but I never see, hey, I said this thing would happen and it actually happened. I think more often than not, it's like, well, if it goes above this level, it's going to pop off. Well, what are the odds that if it is going in the right direction, it's going to keep going in the right direction? Whereas if it stops, yeah, well, then it goes back down, and well, here's what we're seeing. So typically, and this is something I learned from a trader that does seem to be true often, but not always. Usually when you hit these really low levels in the relative strength index, you tend to get something of a move up. Now, these are micro moves. This isn't like 3-day moves. This is like maybe over the course of a few hours. But you'll notice when we got this little line here at 50, but usually when it's around 40 or below 40, you start kind of seeing this pop up, which we saw here. This is what we saw right there, right? So it's not like you don't, it's pretty common for that. Right now, we're kind of at the top. So it's very possible we're looking at a downtrend, but that's not always the case. Look, we kept going here. we kept staying at the top of the Bollinger Band, and the RSI was really, really high for a while. So, you know, how much predictive value that has, I'm not sure, but I guess my bottom line with this is it's not a bad prediction. I don't know that you needed the charts to take a good educated guess that it would probably go up. Algorand will probably go up in Q4. I think that's pretty likely. I think that target is probably spot on. So I don't disagree with that. Boy, I wish this thing would stay in focus. um, I would say basically I think AJ is right. So but I think the easier way to get to that answer is just the fact that in Q4 is when we're going to start seeing crypto go up when it follows the Bitcoin halving cycle, the second half bull run. Usually this is right around when it starts. So it's in the past, it started to really shoot up around December. So that's probably what we're going to see most likely. Now, there's never a guarantee on any of this stuff, but I think that's probably the most likely scenario. So I hope you enjoyed this reaction video. Like I said, certainly no shade meant toward AJ. I like him a lot, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And you should check out his stuff if you like. If you're into the chart reading stuff, he's probably the guy to go to for sure. I tend to look at more macro, long-term sort of stuff. That's my view, and also strategy. So make sure. I saw something from what is she? The Crypto Queen? No, what is she called? Oh, Lady of Crypto. She's been talking a lot about taking profits. And as you know, I'm a big fan of taking profits, even though I don't really do like short-term trading. But when you're in the height of these bull runs, when you've got a lot of profit in paper, you definitely want to realize some of those gains, because eventually it's going to pop back down. Don't ride the cycle all the way back down. Take some profits on the way up. I already took some profits on the way up during the first mini bull, and I'll take more on the second, because you want to lock in those profits. But especially once this second bull run starts taking off, you're definitely going to want to lock in some profits, either on US dollar coin, or just take the money, put it in your investment account, and call it good. I've done that, and I've certainly done that in the past, in 2017 and in 2021, end of 2020. So I think that's a good message that Lady of Crypto is putting out there. I fully agree with it, and it's okay to like leave some too. Like, you don't have to take all the profits. You can if you want. That's what I did the first time. That was actually my big mistake in crypto in 2017. Is I took everything as profits, made a bunch of money. That's cool. Like 1,000%, crazy amounts of money. $100 turned into 1,000, in other words, something like that. And just kind of went, oh, well, that was fun. And I should have got back in when crypto crashed again. And I did get back in eventually, but I should have gotten in much earlier. I had a chance to, I could have owned like several Ethereum, which would now be worth quite a bit of money. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think about AJ's price prediction and what you think about my reaction. Leave a comment below. Hope you guys are safe out there. Stay cool, and I will see you in the future.